Hey BC, it's Travis. First I want to thank everyone who has subscribed or shown my channel support, especially in the last couple days. You've been amazing, so thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So in my last video, with the response to James and his Let's Do an Interview contest, we were only allowed to show 3 Grails. So I thought I'd make another video here showing some more Grails. I thought that was a good idea. So I mean, I kind of base this off of how often I see them out in the wild, kind of value, or just important records to me that I consider Grails. So we'll go through some of the Grails. Another thing I kind of talked about in my last video too was where I buy records from, and one of the places I mentioned was an antique store that's about 10 miles away. The guy who has his booth there comes and updates it every other month or so, and just kind of wanted to show some of the records I've picked up from there over the years. So I mean, yeah, he's bringing a lot of good stuff, so I mean, I kind of wanted to show some of those as well. We are spinning Patti Smith Horses, which of course just a classic album, 1975, Arista Records. Just awesome. If you haven't checked this out, I would give it a shot. This is pretty great. Hopefully it stays up there. I guess you could consider that a Grail of sorts. I haven't seen that very often out and about. VC Cheer, my first VC Cheer. Water. Replenish. Hydrate. Alright, first Grail I got here, Sonic Youth, Goo, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is just a fantastic album as well. 1990 DGC label. Got this on tape and CD, so if that tells you anything. Yep, Sonic Youth. Next one, Iggy Pop, Lust for Life. You know, I don't, for some reason I feel like I should see this more often, but I don't. Well, this is a great album though. Lust for Life, 16, Some Weird Sin, The Passenger, Tonight, Success. Yeah, just a lot of great songs on here, so Iggy Pop fans should know that one. Next up here, Stooges. Speaking of Iggy Pop, the Stooges Funhouse. This is probably one of my favorite albums. Just rocking all the way through. Just awesome. Yeah, this one here is nice too. This, I believe, is a later pressing. Yeah, I was going to say there's a maple leaf on the back. Must be made in Canada. But yeah, it is. Gatefold. Oh, you gotta see this. Look at that band there. This later pressing though, I think it's yeah, it's on the Elektra Red label, like that. I think originally it had like the butterfly label. I don't know if it's from the later 70s or early 80s maybe, but regardless, Funhouse. Some more Stooges here. Iggy and the Stooges. Raw Power, another just classic, hard rockin'. And I haven't seen this one very often either. They've reissued this a couple times, I think, in the last couple of years actually, so you could definitely find this, but this is an original on Columbia. Just a great album. Love this album. It's produced by David Bowie, or mixed by David Bowie, I should say, sorry. So, very cool. And more Stooges here. Stooges self-titled debut album. This one here, again, I think is a later pressing on the Elektra Red label. Oh yeah. So, very cool to have. I don't think they pressed very many copies of these originally. I probably didn't sell very well until after punk broke out. But very cool album. This one actually I got from a buddy that was selling records out of his house. At the time I didn't really know who he was, but he kind of got a hold of me through the grapevine, knowing I collected records, and invited me over. He said, well, come take a look at my records, I'm selling most of them here and stuff. This one, along with the next one I'm about to show, he had in his personal collection that I kind of just like peeked through when I was there, and I saw this one and the next one, and basically I made him an offer. Like, I told him I wasn't gonna leave until I got him. Kind of, in a way, I just had to have him. But he eventually wasn't gonna let me. I mean, he originally wasn't gonna let me have him, or buy him from him. But he changed his mind. He's like, why not? You seem like a good guy. So Stooges, and this one too. MC5, Kick Up the Jams. Craig just showed this not too long ago. I think he said he got the Rhino reissue. This one is electro label as well, on a red label, just like the Stooges ones. I'm not sure if that's a later pressing or not. This one is censored, so it censors out the swear words and the liner notes and stuff too. Let's see here. Yeah, the gatefold. There's supposed to be a bunch of liner notes here, I think. So I don't know if this is from later, like in the 80s or what. I'm not sure, but a very cool album to have. And this one, Nolan just showed. Got Your Nose channel there. Television, Marquee Moon. This is an original electro label as well. Let's see here. Yep, there's the butterfly label there. This album blows my mind. These guys were way ahead of their time, in my opinion. You listen to this, and especially like listen to the song, the title song, Marquee Moon. You wouldn't think that this was from 1977 at all. So check that out if you haven't listened to that. Oh, I also threw in their second album, Adventure. Again, another electro label. And this guy was a member of Television, kind of in the early days, I believe, was Richard Hell and the Voidoids. This is just a punk rock classic. Blank Generation. Just fantastic. Dig that album cover there. What does it say? You Make Me. Back cover of the band there. Kind of rough looking dudes there. Love that album though. These ones Vance showed a while back, and I was kind of just amazed that he got them. Kind of just like from his friends that gave them to him or whatever. But Neil Young, On the Beach, and Neil Young, Tonight's the Night. Both kind of very hard to come by, especially in like good condition too. Tonight's the Night. It's like a textured cover, so it's kind of typical. I think the kind of the warbling there with the sleeve, but gatefold, back cover. Yeah, I don't think there is some sort of special inner sleeve too. Yeah, don't have the record in there, obviously. Kept it in a separate sleeve. Reprise Records, a black label, just kind of unique. You don't see that. Alright, next, oh yeah, Neil Young, On the Beach here. Yeah, this one, I don't know what the deal is with this. I guess, I don't think it was reissued on CD for like the longest time. I think it was just recently done or something. So it's kind of like a hard album to come by of Neil Young, but it's just fantastic though. It's actually a really good album. Kind of underrated probably, but inner sleeve there, so it shows some of the songs and kind of just like a note from someone, I don't know. Reprise Records again. Traditional looking label there. And the packaging too. really dig this inside. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but yeah, I probably can't really show you. But inside it's kind of like a flower pattern on the inside of the sleeve, which is kind of unique. Alright, let's move on. This one I actually found in a record store, which was Velvet Underground, White Light, White Heat. This one I'm pretty sure is a reissue from the 80s too, but this one includes the UK cover, which is kind of just unique. You know, you don't run into that very often. You don't run into this album period very often, but typically you have like the black cover or the White Light, White Heat. There's kind of like a skull looking thing down in the corner here, but I thought this was just a really neat cover, UK pressing. So actually, wait, this might be German, but oh no, it's UK. Yep, UK pressing. Very cool. And speaking of Velvet Underground, we got Lou Reed, Transformer. Looked for this for the longest time, and I got this one here, shrink wrap. We still got the price sticker up there. This is my favorite Lou Reed album. This is fantastic. Produced by David Bowie and Mick Ronson, who's a fantastic guitarist, by the way. But yeah, great album. If you haven't listened to this, give it a try. And this one here, a little bit going back older here, their Satanic Majesty's Request, Rolling Stones. This is of course the 3D cover. I don't know how good you're going to be able to see that, but very cool album. You know, it's actually, sleeves like an okay shape. The record itself is a little beat up, but it actually plays really good. So on London Records, so yeah, very cool. Very happy to have that. Another oldie but goldie. The Who, Sell Out. I threw this one in here just because I always see this one like in the stores and it's always so expensive. But this one here has, I mean, it has a little cutout, which I actually see very often on this album. I don't know why, but Decca Records. This is a promo copy too, and it's just in fantastic shape. They kind of did it a little differently though. Just wrote a little sticker on there. Promo copy. It's probably upside down. Sorry. Got the original inner sleeve and everything too. This is just in like mint condition. It's actually a really good album too. So, you got that one. This one, next one is also found this in our record store. The Cure Disintegration, 1989. Kind of just don't run into this very often either. Neat thing about this one, this is actually an original pressing as well. Neat thing about this one too, I didn't notice right away, was you probably won't be able to see it, but there's kind of like almost like an eggshell spiderweb looking finish on the album cover and back here. So kind of unique, but great album though. And let's see, I got a couple more left here out of the Grails. This one just fantastic. Psycho Candy by the Jesus and Mary Chain. Noisy, rockin'. Very cool. Psycho Candy. If you like your music noisy, check that out. This one here, Nolan also showed here. This is Wire, Pink Flag. This one has been reissued a couple times, I think, too. But this is actually itself, I think, is a reissue. But it's a pretty early pressing. Got the inner sleeve here, the songs and the lyrics, both sides there. But the thing is, this is originally on Harvest, and this is like on a Harvest like black label. Thought that was kind of neat too. I've never seen it like that. But awesome condition, awesome record. You know, I think I saw this in a record store once. Probably one of the reissues. And I just saw it up on the wall, and of course I didn't recognize the group or the album at all, and I thought it was like a modern record. And if you listen to it, it's like these guys were ahead of their time as well. I mean, these guys were just awesome. So check that out if you're kind of into like the punk. A lot of there's like 21 songs on here, so they're quick and short and sweet. Couple more guys here. We got Gang of Four Entertainment. Got this cheap online actually. I don't know how common this is. I don't think I've ever come across this, but just recently got into these guys, and oh man, this is just an awesome album. I love it. 1979. Kind of in the same vein as the Wire, in a way, very punk rock. Next one, last one actually too, is Galaxy 500 On Fire. This is on Rough Trade Records. Got this one for cheap too, and I just looked it up last night, and I don't think I saw any other original copies, but this one here, yeah, very kind of standard, boring label there, but it's a pretty decent album though. I like it. It's kind of just really interesting, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Galaxy 500 On Fire. A little tear up there. Other than that, though, it's actually in pretty great condition. 1989. Yeah, so not too old. All right. So let's see where we're at. The record's almost done here. Let's see. Okay, so now moving on to the antique store finds. You know, another thing I forgot to mention too, this antique store is actually my old elementary school. I used to go to school there, and after the school closed, they turned it into an antique store. So it's very cool going out there, you know, walking up the stairs and, you know, just seeing all your old classrooms and stuff. Of course, they're all filled with antiques now, but very nostalgic, very cool. So these are in no particular order. Just kind of pulled them out as I found them. Didn't really go in any order at all. Okay, so first one here, Allman Brothers Band at Fillmore East. You know, this is just a great album too, double album. Again, I mean, not all these are Grails. I don't consider these all Grails. I'm just saying these are ones I found at an antique store nearby here, and just, you know, being from a small town and stuff, you just don't run into this stuff all the time. So I mean, it's kind of just neat. Next one here, this is the Beatles White Album. I mean, you're thinking, okay, Beatles, whatever, you know, but little did you know, White Album, white vinyl. Love this. This is awesome. I couldn't have a better, like, you know, colored disc. This one, I think this is a pressing from 70s, later 70s possibly. So I don't know much about that. It came with a poster, I believe. Yeah, the poster, but it didn't come with any of the cards. I'm not sure if it was supposed to or not, but oh, very cool. I was psyched to have that. Yeah, I guess you can consider that one a Grail. Talking Heads, Remaining Light. Just a fantastic album. Got this less than $5. Yes. Yeah, this is one of those albums you gotta listen to with headphones. I mean, this is just awesome. I think Brian Eno produced that. Let's see. Yep. And then this one too. This one here. David Bowie Low. I was so psyched to find this there. RCA label. A little rough, you know, ring wear and whatnot, but record's in good shape. This was only $5.50 out there. I got some of the price label still up there, but for $5.50, you know, that was a steal. Great Bowie album there. This one, The Harder They Come. This is kind of a soundtrack compilation. A bunch of different reggae acts. If you are into reggae, this is kind of like the roots here. I mean, this is where it kind of started getting popular in the States, I believe. This is on Island Records. Let's see, The Harder They Come, you know, Jimmy Cliff. Let's see, Jimmy Cliff, the Maytals, Desmond Decker, Slickers, Scotty, and Melodians. Yeah, just a fantastic soundtrack. I've never seen the movie, but just love the music. Madness, One Step Beyond. I think this is their debut album. This is import, UK, original. Kind of ska, cool sounds. It was kind of a blind buy actually for me. Wasn't really familiar with them until I got this. So definitely dig that. It's a cool find. This one here, Surfin' Bird, Trashman, the album. Showed the Surfin' Bird 45 in one of my last videos here, but this is the actual album. And again, these guys are from Minneapolis, so local in a way. And actually, the guy that has his booth there, he is from like the St. Paul area, so he probably runs into this quite a bit, maybe. I don't know. But you know, he says I've talked to him, you know, he says that he's gone to, you know, the record expos and stuff like that. I think that's where he gets a majority of his stuff. I'm not really sure, but he used to kind of correspond back and forth with me and tell me when he was coming down to drop off more records, so I'd kind of get first dibs in there, but he hasn't done that for a while now, so I don't know. Next one here, Giant Steps, John Coltrane. Just thought this was just a fantastic find. Jazz record too. It's just awesome. This he wrote a note on here saying it was a second pressing. So I mean, this guy too. He knows like his stuff. He does his research, and he's a collector himself. So I think he also looks them over for quality control as well. I mean, he's not just putting junk in there. A lot of these are actually in like mint condition. This one's just in great condition. Just fantastic. Blue, green, Atlantic label. Second pressing. I'm not sure what year that would have been, but just cool find. Black Sabbath, Sabotage. Kind of psyched to find that. Only $5. Not bad. REM, Murmur. Debut album. Cool find. Let's see. David Gilmour, About Face. This is a promo copy too. I just realized that. Cool. You know him from Pink Floyd, obviously. He like with that John Coltrane, he brings a lot of cool jazz in there. I mean, he has it all sorted out by rock, and he has a jazz section. He has country, pop vocal. Most of it is rock though, but he has a good selection of jazz too, and I find a lot of good stuff. Like just Jimmy Smith was kind of a blind buy, and I love this guy with his organ. You know, he's just awesome. This Prayer Meeting on the Blue Note label too. That kind of turned me on to it. Blue Note. Oh, this one too. Jimmy Smith and Wes Montgomery. Further Adventures of Jimmy and Wes. Very jamming album too. This was again another blind buy. You know, I wasn't really familiar with this album at all, but just guitar and organ, and awesome. Let's see here. Got a couple more left here. This was another blind buy. John Mayall, The Turning Point. Just kind of judged it by its cover. You know, I just thought that was kind of neat looking. So I never had heard of him before this. So I decided I'd check this out. Man, I love this. I think it's a live album too. Yeah. This one here, let's see here. Sometime in New York City, John Lennon, Yoko Ono, Plastic Ono Band, Elephant's Memory. On the Apple label. Very cool. Actually, this one, definitely not one of my favorites. I think the first album, it's been a while since I've listened to this. I think the first album is like John's album, and the second one's Yoko's, and of course that one's kind of an acquired taste. I don't think I've listened to it all the way through. I think this is a double album. I probably sound like an idiot now. Hold on. Oh yeah. Kind of a cool gatefold though. Yeah. I don't know. It's been a while. Let's see here. I got about 4 or 5 more maybe. Alright. Classic Led Zeppelin Presence. Good condition. I don't know if one of you guys could answer a question about this here. I mean, mine here, like the title's up here. It's kind of like the embossed. You can feel it there. I mean, there's other pressings I've seen of this where instead of kind of a white, it's almost like a tan color instead. I think my girlfriend's copy is like that. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, we have a duplicate copy as well. Let's see here. I don't know if she has hers up here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, see? Like here's her copy and my copy. You can kind of see the difference there now. I noticed this one has a barcode. This one doesn't. My copy doesn't. So I'm just assuming this is probably just a later pressing, but I don't know. Anyone know anything about that at all? Let me know. Let's see here. I don't want to get these mixed up. Get that back in there. There we go. Alright, continuing on. Joe Cocker, second album here. Very cool. She came in through the bathroom window. Delta Lady. Yeah. Raw Power. Joe Cocker was amazing. Let's see here. Oh, Ray Charles, What I'd Say. Kind of a cool find. Part 1 and 2 of the title song there. You know, I'm not really familiar with a lot of these other songs. I don't think there's a lot of other like hits on here, but good album though. Original he wrote on here, so very cool. Let's see, Notorious Bird Brothers. Great condition here. I dig the Birds. And oh, last one, guys. Let's see, B.B. King, Live at the Regal. This is a reissue. It says 1971 on the back. I don't know if that's the reissue year or if that's the original year. Of course, this is probably. Oh no, it couldn't be. I mean, this is must be a lot of later pressing, probably 80s. The barcode there, but MCA. This is just a fantastic live blues album. That's a reissue, but very cool still to have. Definitely like this album. All right, well, so that's the little video there. I hope you all enjoyed it. Trying to do it all in one shot here without taking any edits or out or anything like that. So thanks for watching. I enjoyed showing those. So again, thanks.